What time do you usually have dinner?
I usually have dinner around 8 p.m. It's the perfect time because it gives me a chance to relax after work and a little bit of time to prepare a meal. I find that a later dinner helps me feel satisfied before going to bed.
Who do you usually have dinner with?
I live with my family, so I usually have dinner with them. It's a special time for us to sit together, talk about our day, and enjoy a meal. We all look forward to this daily routine as a way to connect.
What's your favorite food for dinner?
My favorite food for dinner is a traditional Indian lentil stew called dal, served with rice. I find it incredibly comforting and flavorful. It's a simple, healthy meal that reminds me of home and always makes me feel good.
Do you prefer eating at home or in a restaurant?
I definitely prefer eating at home. I enjoy the process of cooking my own meals and find it more relaxing than being in a crowded restaurant. Plus, it's a great way to save money and ensure my food is healthy.
Is dinner an important meal in your country?
Yes, dinner is a very important meal in my country. In India, it's often the main meal of the day when the whole family gathers together. It's a time for sharing stories, strengthening family bonds, and enjoying a home-cooked meal. A truly memorable dinner I had was a few years ago with my family to celebrate my parents' wedding anniversary. We went to a small Italian restaurant that was famous for its authentic, handmade pasta. We started with some bruschetta, and then for the main course, I ordered a delicious creamy mushroom fettuccine, which was absolutely exquisite. My father had a classic lasagna, and my mother chose a fresh seafood risotto. We all shared a tiramisu for dessert, which was the perfect end to the meal. I had dinner with my immediate family, my parents and my younger brother. We don't get many opportunities to all sit down together for a meal outside of a special occasion, so it was a very special moment. The atmosphere was cozy and intimate, which made it feel even more personal. It was just the four of us, and it felt so relaxing and comfortable to be together. We spent the evening talking about a variety of topics, from simple day-to-day things to our hopes for the future. My parents shared some wonderful stories from their early years together, which was incredibly heartwarming to hear. My brother and I also reminisced about funny childhood memories, and we all laughed a lot. The conversation flowed easily and without any pressure, which is something you can't always get when you're busy with work and other responsibilities. What made this dinner so enjoyable was the combination of delicious food and meaningful connection. The food was fantastic, but it was the shared experience and the quality time with my family that truly made it special. It wasn't just about the meal itself. It was about the conversation, the laughter, and the sense of togetherness. It felt like a true celebration of love and family, and it's a memory I will cherish for a very long time. It reinforced for me that the best dinners are not just about what's on the plate, but about the people you share it with.
Do you think eating together is vital for families?
I absolutely believe that eating together is vital for families. Beyond the simple act of sharing a meal, it serves as a cornerstone for communication and connection. In our fast-paced modern lives, it is often the only time when all family members are physically present and focused on each other without the distraction of work or school. This routine provides a valuable opportunity to discuss the day's events, share stories, and offer support, which ultimately strengthens the bonds between parents and children. Furthermore, these shared meals are an important setting for passing down cultural traditions and life lessons. It is where children can learn table manners, the importance of healthy eating habits, and the value of conversation. The simple act of preparing and enjoying food together can instill a sense of shared history and identity. While it may not be feasible for every family to do this every day, even a few shared meals a week can have a profound positive impact. It provides a stable and predictable ritual that offers comfort and security, reinforcing the family unit and creating lasting memories.
How have people's eating habits changed in your country over the years?
In my country, eating habits have undergone a significant transformation over the past few decades. Traditionally, meals were very much a family affair, with food being prepared fresh at home using locally sourced ingredients. Dinner, in particular, was a sacred time when everyone would gather around the table to eat and connect after a long day. This emphasis was on fresh, wholesome, and often time-consuming cooking. However, with the rise of urbanization and increasingly fast-paced lifestyles, there has been a notable shift towards convenience. People now rely heavily on fast food, instant meals, and pre-packaged snacks. This has led to a decline in shared family meal times and a greater prevalence of unhealthy eating. Additionally, the globalization of food has introduced a vast array of international cuisines, which has made our diets more varied, but also often less balanced. At the same time, there is a growing counter-movement of health-conscious individuals who are seeking organic produce, plant-based diets, and a return to more traditional cooking methods, recognizing the long-term health implications of the modern diet.
Do you think traditional food will disappear in the future?
I believe that traditional food will not completely disappear in the future, but rather it will evolve and adapt. While globalization and the fast-paced nature of modern life have certainly introduced a wide range of new cuisines and convenience foods, traditional dishes hold a profound cultural significance that ensures their survival. For many, these foods are more than just meals. They are a direct link to their heritage, a source of comfort, and a central part of family celebrations and community identity. Despite the challenges, there is a strong and growing counter-movement of people who value authenticity and seek to preserve their culinary heritage. This trend is visible in the popularity of cooking shows dedicated to traditional recipes and the rise of local markets that champion indigenous ingredients. However, I do think that traditional food will need to become more flexible. Recipes might be simplified or adapted to be healthier and more suitable for modern lifestyles, but the core flavors and techniques will likely be passed down. Therefore, while the way we eat these foods might change, their essence will remain, coexisting with and enriching our increasingly diverse global palate.
Do you think dinner is more of a social or an individual activity in today's society?
I believe dinner is evolving into a more individual activity, although its fundamental social role remains significant. The pressures of modern life, such as demanding work schedules, varied commitments, and the prevalence of digital entertainment, have made it increasingly common for people to eat alone. Many individuals now grab a quick meal on their own or eat while multitasking, often in front of a screen. This shift reflects a move away from the traditional family dinner table, transforming the meal into a solitary experience driven by convenience. However, the social dimension of dinner is by no means obsolete. Special occasions, weekends, and cultural holidays often still revolve around sharing a meal with family and friends. The restaurant industry thrives on this desire for social connection, and many people continue to value the ritual of sitting down together to connect and share their day. So, while the frequency of communal dinners may have decreased, the value placed on them as a social event has arguably intensified.
Do you think restaurants have a greater role than just serving food?
Yes, I absolutely think restaurants play a much greater role than simply providing meals. Fundamentally, they serve as vital social and cultural hubs. They are the primary venues for people to celebrate special occasions, such as birthdays and anniversaries, and they provide a neutral, public space for friends and colleagues to meet, socialize, and conduct business. This function is essential for community building, as it facilitates connections and fosters a sense of togetherness that goes beyond the home or workplace. They are the ideal spaces for people to relax and bond over a shared experience. Furthermore, restaurants act as important cultural ambassadors. They are platforms for showcasing a region's or country's unique cuisine and traditions to a wider audience. By introducing diners to new ingredients, flavors, and dining rituals, they contribute to a broader understanding and appreciation of different cultures. In this sense, a restaurant can be a living museum preserving and promoting culinary heritage while also adapting to new trends. Therefore, a restaurant's role extends far beyond its commercial function, making it an indispensable part of our social and cultural fabric.